Ladies and gentlemen, one of the requests that I get quite often on the channel is Seatin, can you upload a little bit more Alliance War gameplay? So in today's video, I'm going to talk you through my Alliance War run today and all the fun stuff. So in the run today, Scarlet Witch was in my Alliance Quest team, so we had to go with Captain America, we had to go with Black Widow, and also Star-Lord. So my job at the moment is to clear the far right side. So I've got a few nodes to take down, as well as the mini-boss, and also the final boss. So we got a fairly decent team to do that. I mean, Captain America is an amazing champion, Black Widow, and also Star-Lord. So the first node is it's an armor-up node, nothing too special about this node. It can be really tricky sometimes. If you have a Black Panther Civil War and you place it on this node, you're going to cause problems. So that's a bit of a pro tip for Alliance War defense. But we're fighting a storm at the moment. Nothing too difficult here. We did make a small blunder and get a few combo hits, but it ain't too bad. It certainly could have gone a lot worse, because when you're fighting storm, you need to be aware if you get hit by like a level 1 or a level 2 and you have a little bit of power, you are dead. You are completely Tyrannosaurus wrecked. So that's kind of the main slip up on Storm. And again, guys, like, I wish I was this god tier player, but I'm still only human. I make so many occasional slip-ups and mistakes, which we're going to cover in the video, but hopefully by watching them, you can learn from my mistakes and, you know, not make those mistakes for yourself. So Storm was down fairly easily, not too much of a problem there. Ideally, you know, we could have played perfectly, could have had the full health on Captain America, but the damage wasn't too bad. We only took about 25% health. So the next one is always a little bit of a hesitant node to be wary of, because it's the special 2 bias, which means that they're going to start off with 2 bars of power, and they're probably only going to use their special 2. So I always like using Captain America for this node, because I know that whatever comes my way, even if I can't evade it, and very luckily this is Magneto's, I can block it with heavily reduced damage on Captain America. So that's why, you know, I'm a really big fan of Captain America. For a player that's not perfect at evading all the specials yet, which it does take quite a long time to get to that level, you know, he's the kind of perfect alternative champion to use. So we've really got Magneto. Again, nothing too special here, considering we have the Captain America. It's all about kind of just blocking those specials and trying to fully evade the special one as best as I can. I'm a little bit scrub at it. We got quite lucky there, fully blocked that special 2, so took 0 damage, which was pretty good. So we're just going in for the kill here on the Magneto. At this point, I'm just like, you know what, we can get him down with another special 2. That bleed damage is going to kill him. We go for the special 2, and then I preemptively block, because I know the bleed damage is going to kill him, and he won't use, the AI usually won't use a special while you're already blocking, so that, you know, leads him in to do a heavy attack or a round of combos, and then, yeah, allows us to get in another round and kill him. So the next node there's a bit of a big fail here. There's a really big fail. So this is the adaptive one, which cycles additional physical and energy resistance and has a lot of armor. So usually I like to use my Star-Lord for this one, and I see the node and I'm like, oh, this is an Iron Man. I'm recording. I have such a great chance to make a point about how terrible Iron Man is as an Alliance War defender. So I'm like, okay, just don't mess this up, Seatin. Don't mess anything up in this fight. Play perfectly, and you can make your point on video, and it's going to be really good. But as you guys are going to see in a second, I make quite a fatal error, which cost me like, well, the majority of health on my best champion. As you can see there, we took like 80% of our health in terms of level 2. So at this point, damn, you know what? I got nothing to lose. I'm going to go balls to the walls and just completely wreck this Iron Man the best I can. So I think this is actually quite a good placement node for champion like Iron Man. I think something like Rhino or Juggernaut will be a little bit more effective here. I think Rhino may be the most effective option, because again, it's just building on that additional resistance that it has on the node to make your champion, well, hopefully almost unkillable. So we fire off a level 2 there. It's going quite well now. The damage is ramping up. We haven't had any colossal failures so far. Just one more failure is all it takes. But now, you know, we've had that really big blunder. We are absolutely on our A game now. So just going to finish the fight off with a level 2. And you can see, you know, outside of that level 2, how terrible Superior Iron Man is. But we just, we had a moment of scrub there, just a brief glimpse into the scrub abyss. So I'm kind of just scouting out the node. I think the nodes just to the right of me and the node to the far right are both Thorns nodes, and I see that my teammate up there is dead, and my the teammate on the mini boss is very close to death as well. So I'm like, you know what, we could take an extra Thorns node with the Black Widow, but we have a magic to deal with as the final boss, and also I do not know what the mini boss has in store. So we want to be a little bit safe, a little bit cautious, because again, my dupe level Black Widow is only around like level 40 at the moment. Even though she is a 4-star, we can't really deal with like too many Thorns nodes, and especially if there's like a Mordo on either one of those Thorns nodes, that's really going to screw us up. So I'm like, okay, we'll just go for the mini-boss. Captain America has a ton of health, and he's like usually a really great champion to start off on any mini-boss because he works really well in every scenario. And I see that we have a Rhino. So initially I'm like, damn, it's a pretty stacked Rhino. I believe it's a rank 3 Rhino that we're facing that's duplicated. But I noticed very quickly that the Rhino's bleeding, and this guy has suicide masteries. And when I see recoil, I'm like, well, this fight is going to be a hell of a lot easier. Because he's dealing a ridiculous amount of damage to himself every time that he uses a level 1. So my priority here is just to stay alive for as long as possible, just in the close quarters of Rhino, trying to slightly evade all those special ones. Again, because he has recoil, I want to get as many specials off as possible. So I'm trying to just maximize the amount of special one kind of like ground slams that this Rhino's doing. And it's going pretty well so far. We've got him down to about 50%. One of the really tough things about fighting a duplicate Rhino is as he gets lower, he takes less and less damage. We totally failed at the intercept there. We didn't slide in. We were attacking into midair, so that was a bit of a blunder there. Just got a little bit caught up in this fight. So just trying to bait another level 1 here. That's kind of the plan. And there we go. We get a nice opening there. And we should have continued. We should have fired off a level 2. I'm not really too sure why I didn't there, because it's put us in a little bit of an awkward situation now where we have to do like a 4 combo to fire off a level 2. But, you know, we do it anyway. Brings us back to another level 1. He's looking in pretty great shape, and the bleed is still doing a little bit more than willpower's healing for, but especially if you approach a mini-boss like this with a Scarlet Witch, a duplicated Rhino, you're going to have so much trouble. This Rhino would just absolutely demolish a Scarlet Witch if that had been the champion that I had taken. And yeah, we messed up a little bit there. We got some hits, and it wasn't super great, but this Rhino's almost down, so a few blunders here and there. I mean, I didn't play exceptionally well today, but, you know, you can see, even when you don't play super well, if you use the right champions and identify the weak spots in every fight, that you can get stuff down and you can do your part in Alliance War. Now, we've downed the Rhino, and the final boss, I just have a little bit of a peek, is a rank 4 level 55 magic, which if you're playing in the end game of MCOC, you know with full mystic, you know it's going to have full mystic dispersion, and it is going to be the absolute worst boss to fight. Even if you do have a dupe level 99 Black Widow, there's very little you can do to a magic before you die. I mean, in the best case scenario, I think like the most you can take off is maybe like 60k to 100k. I have yet to see like a full kill of a magic using like a dupe level 99 Black Widow, but it's also really tricky as well. It's a lot to do with luck. You have to try and bait those special attacks the best you can. As you can see, you know, we're playing fairly decently here, baiting a few heavy attacks, but now she's got 2 bars of power, trying to just get, you know, entice a special 2 to happen, but we're getting a little bit too close, getting those dexterity procs. Mystic Dispersion kicks in, and yeah, absolutely demolishes my Captain America. But the Captain America was sort of a warm-up round for the Black Widow, because I know the against a magic like the Black Widow, even though it's like not fully maxed out, is going to be our best shot at dealing a really solid chunk of damage. And if we can get, you know, about 20% down, that's pretty good, because, you know, if 5 other Alliance members as well can drop 20% off a magic, as well as clearing their lane, then that is it. You win the game, you win the Alliance War. So that's what it's all about in these T1 wars. So we're having a little bit more luck here with Magic aggressively using her special attacks, which is really, really good. Need to be careful as well of Black Widow's buffs expiring. I probably shouldn't have used the level 1 at the start of the fight. As soon as I used it in fight, I was like, why did I use that? I should have saved up for the level 2 for more damage. Again, it was just causing myself to deal with even more Mystic Dispersion procs. Luckily, we got level 2 there as well. We kind of were hovering at a really, really good distance there. But now we're in a bit of awkward territory where we've got buffs expiring. She's got 2 bars of power, need to bait at level 2 really quickly, and it just didn't happen. So yeah, Magic just destroyed my Black Widow there. But we managed to get off about 20% of her health. Kind of looking back, she was on about 160,000. So yeah, that's kind of like, it's the best you can do. I've definitely got room for improvement in regards to fighting Magic in Alliance War. But again, she's really, really tricky. And if we had our Star-Lord at full health, it would have meant that we could have made like a slightly bigger dent in Magic. But that was a little bit of a blunder. Again, like every Alliance War is a great learning experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this commentary video. If you did, leave a like, take care, and have a fantastic day.